Hello, grade 2. In this week's math lesson, we will be starting a new chapter. And this chapter is about multiplication. This is something we already learned before, so it should be something you can work on your own. And if you haven't already, I want you to pause this video, bring your worksheet, your pencil, and an eraser. And let's begin our lesson. All right, today's lesson, we're going to be covering equal sets. Equal sets. Sets also means what? Groups. All right, so let's review. We learned that multiplication is a very fancy word for repeated addition. So here is an addition number sentence, also called addition equation. Equation is a very fancy word for number sentence. And we have 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Very long. And we also have multiplication equation, 5 times 2. So by looking at these two equations, you can clearly see that the multiplication equation is a lot simpler than the addition equation. So instead of saying 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, you can just say 5 times 2. A lot more simple, right? Now I want you to grab a piece of paper. It could be any kind of blank paper or a used paper, and draw this equation using any kind of figure you want. It can be circles, it can be little dots, it could be triangles or squares. Take a moment. You can even pause this video. I'm going to imagine that you're done, and your picture should look something similar to this. So right here I have two purple circles plus another 2 purple circles, another 2, another 2, another 2. And all together I have 10. So we know that 5 times 2 is 10. Now there are other ways to call this sentence. We already learned those before. You can call this, can you think of one on your own right now? Right? Well, we can call this 5 sets of 2. We can also call this 5 groups of 2, or 5 boxes of 2, or even 5 rows of 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 rows of 2's. Now, one thing that you must remember in multiplication is that the repeating number has to be the same. So we have, in this equation, we have 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So it is not 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. It is the same number throughout the entire equation. So it has to repeat. So multiplication is repeated addition. Let's look at another example. We have right here on this side, 2 aliens plus another 2 aliens. On this side, we have 4 green stars on the top row, 4 green stars in the middle row, but 3 stars in the last row. So the equation for this is 4 plus 4 plus 3. Now, which of these two pictures can be changed into multiplication? The correct answer is this one. Yay! So we have 2 plus 2, which is repeated addition. And that is why we can change this into 2 times 2 equals 4. You can also call this 2 sets of 2 equals 4. And sadly, the other side cannot be changed into multiplication. This is not a repeated addition. We have 4 plus 4 plus 3. In order to turn this into multiplication, we have to make the last row into 4. So we have to have another star right here to make this into 4 stars. Now we're going to move on to our work text. I want you to go to page 227. It should say equal sets at the top. Equal means same. Sets means group. So we're going to be looking at groups of pictures that has same number of objects in each of those groups. So number 1, let's work on this together. How many sets do you see in number 1? You will probably see 1, 2, 3 sets. So you see 3 sets. 3 sets of what? 3 sets of how many cupcakes are in each set? You see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 cupcakes in each set. So you'll say 3 sets of 2 cupcakes is how many in total? 6. Very good. So we have 1, 2, 3. 3 sets of 2 is 6. And you can write that as a multiplication equation. 3 times 2 equals 6. Very good. Let's try number 2. Number 2 also has 3 sets. It has 1, 2, 3 sets. So again, we can write down number 3 for sets. So we have 3 sets of how many cookies are in each set? Very good. 3 cookies. So we have 3 sets of 3 cookies. In total, that would be 9. Excellent. All right, now we can change this into multiplication equation. All you have to do is write the same number. 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Very good. Okay. We can try number 3 together. We have here, instead of sets, we are now going to use rows. So how many rows do you see in number 3? You should see 1, 2. 2 rows. 2 rows. 2 rows of how many hats in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hats in each row. 2 rows of 4 is in total 8. Oof, it's very difficult to draw 8. All right. So 2 rows of 4 is 8. And you can change this into multiplication sentence. 2 times 4 is 8. Oof. So 2 times 4 is 8. All right. Now you can try number 4 on your own. I'm going to give you a moment. Is everybody done? Okay, so let's correct this together. Number 4. So you should see how many rows? 1, 2, 3. You should see 3 rows. 3 rows of 5. Very good. 3 rows of 5 in total. It would be, you can do repeating addition or patterns of 5. So 5 plus 5 plus 5, or 5, 10, 15. So the answer is 15. Now we can change this into multiplication equation. 3 times 5 equals 15. Now you can move on to numbers 5 and 6. And for these 2 problems, you have to use this picture graph right here. Please remember that in picture graph, one picture does not always mean 1. One picture can mean any other numbers. It can mean 5, 10, maybe 100. So please make sure what that picture is before you solve the question. Once that is done, you can move on to the back page. Finish all the way to the bottom. When you finish both sides, you can work on this extra practice worksheet. It should be attached to this email, the email that I sent you this morning. And what you're going to do for this is you're going to use spinning wheel right here called wheel of name. And you're going to spin this 2 times to get the 2 numbers to solve this equation. So let's try one together. The link for this wheel is also in the email that I sent you this morning. So we're going to click the wheel. The first number is 1. Okay. You're not going to click remove, you're going to click close. So click close, go back to your worksheet, and you're going to put number 1. Now for the second number, we're going to spin one more time. Oh, 1 again. All right. So close and go back and put 1. Well, that was just an example. I want you to try this on your own, and you're going to do it 3 times. You're going to write the 2 sentences, and you're going to draw a picture that represents the sentence. If you complete this and bring it back to school, I will give you 1 sticker. If you don't finish this, that's okay. There is no penalty, and I'm not going to take points off. It's just for extra practice. So tomorrow we're going to continue learning about multiplication, and we will learn multiply with 2. So I want you to have this page ready, and I will send you more links to other lessons tomorrow. So until tomorrow, bye everyone.